So man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Gotta talk about this real quick because we see it a lot, we hear it a lot in rap music, but we also hear it a lot in the streets, and that is our young people. Now you know what? I ain't gonna even say young people because a lot of older people do this too, bragging about serving time in jail or prison. Stop doing that. Stop encouraging that. Stop acting like that is some kind of badge of honor that you wear because you went to prison and you did some time in prison. And it seems like the more time you did, the bigger your badge is in your mind. See, that's a part of the conditioning process that we've been under since we've been in this country, since we've been under this system. We feel as though getting caught up in the system and contributing time and years out of our life to the system somehow makes us more of a man than somebody who hasn't. And again, that is a conditioning process because when you think about that on just the basis on the most basis level, it's really a ridiculous notion. It's a ridiculous thought process to have. Um, Especially when you understand that we live in a system that was designed to do exactly what it's doing, and that's lock you up. It's locking you up, and it's making money from incarcerating you. It's making money by putting you away uh, for crimes that may not even be as severe, so the punishment does not even fit the crime, and yet we got swept up in it, going back even further than um, the crime bill of the 90s. So part of the bragging process comes from, I guess, a brother uh, feeling good about himself that he went to prison and then made it through. Because I guess, that's a rough situation to be in. I guess it is. I can't speak to that. But I'm pretty certain that it is. So on that level, it's partly, well, man, hey, I did these 10 years and here I am. But while we can say if you had to do that time and you somehow made it through, um, and I want to say unscathed, you know, untampered with, you came out with your manhood, then yeah, we happy for that. We happy that you home. We happy that you home. But when you get into these conversations and you see a lot of brothers who are just seeming to be almost glorifying their time in prison, their eyes seem to light up when they start talking about prison. Then that's something that you kind of look at in a different kind of way. Like, wait a minute, man. Like, nah, that's not what it's for. We should be trying to speak against that to try to prevent our young people from going through that same process because please believe they are setting the stage to keep funneling our young people through that same process. So we don't want to do anything to try to make prison seem um, attractive to our young people. We don't even want to make sitting out time in the city jail attractive to our young people. So rap music, you hear a lot of rappers kind of brag about doing time in prison, how much time they did, and it paints this picture, and they start you off with the way things are going in the schools these days. They have actual police officers in the actual schools. They set the schools up almost like prisons where they cage you in and they have the cafeterias. They already are programming that visual and that structure into the minds of our young people. So the last thing we need to do, any of us who may have gone down that road, the last thing we need to do is try to make it seem more attractive. It ain't that bad. No, it is that bad. And you were not created by the Creator to be caged like an animal. So if they determine your behavior to be animalistic, and they already view black men as animals anyway, if they view your behavior to be animalistic, then the next step is to lock you up like an animal. And even those who have done lesser crimes, or in some cases are totally innocent, have been railroaded and convicted of crimes they didn't commit, they can turn you into an institutionalized individual just from being in that environment. So let's stop imparting that, not just on our young people, but let's stop putting that out in society. And if you do mention your time in prison, do it from a constructive angle. Do it from the angle of, hey, I'm letting y'all know what road not to go down. This is the reality of this situation. This is where you do not want to be. See? And many of our brothers have become institutionalized because they spent so much time of their life in prison to when they do get out and the world has changed on them, they can't even function out here no more. That's the saddest thing of all, because you were born into the world, you were born into this world with freedom. God-given freedom. I ain't talking about the freedom you had to try to fight for. You fighting for God-given freedom, natural freedom. But for somebody to be locked up so long that the only way they feel that they can properly function is to be behind those walls and be under that kind of discipline and structure, that's a tough thing. That is something that has been imposed on their mind, and their mind has been turned all the way around to feel like, hey, this is the only way I can't make it out there. It's too tough. See? So keep that in mind, man, to all our brothers and sisters that are in there, man. Respect to you and much love to you, and we pray to see you on our side, man. But to the ones who have been in there and got out, brother, you free now. You are free. Let's find something productive to do out here and be an example and not lift up that experience as if it's something that you should be proud of. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all leave y'all comments below. Subscribe to the channel and tell me what y'all think about this. I got another one coming for y'all real soon. All right, man. Peace and blessings. Oh, some other big stuff coming too. All right, peace.